Says I'm live. Let me scoot this over where I can see what I need to see. There we go. I think that'll do. Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for June 19th. June 19th is the 170th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 171st in leap years, with 195 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is Elysian. That's spelled E-L-Y-S-I-A-N, Elysian. This beautiful word comes to us from ancient Greek mythology. Its meaning has evolved over time, as does the meaning of so many words. Originally, the Elysian fields were a heavenly resting place to go to in the afterlife, I suppose like what we might call heaven, the Elysian fields. Less thought of as an afterlife location these days. I forgot to tell that thing to be quiet. Hold on a sec. It's on do not disturb, so I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. We have a show to do. Back to Elysian. Less thought of as an afterlife location these days, the term is now more thought of as a lovely place. Might be equated with paradise. Nowadays, Elysian can be used as an adjective to describe a blissful state, being of such surpassing excellence as to suggest inspiration by the gods. That's lowercase g. Some think the concept of Elysian fields may have been conceived to encourage soldiers in battle. Elysian. All righty, and on that beautiful thought, we are going to start with June 19th in the year 325, when the original Nicene Creed was adopted at the First Council of Nicaea. That First Council of Nicaea was a council of Christian bishops who came together to try to figure out and agree on what they believed, agree on what they agreed on. They came up with the statement of faith that we now know as the Nicene Creed. And I imagine some of my viewers might belong to religious denominations where this is still read on a regular basis. Some of you may even know it by heart, the Nicene Creed. That was on June 19th in the year 325. The first officially recorded organized baseball game was played in a ballpark called Elysian Fields in Hoboken, New Jersey on June 19th, 1846. The New York Baseball Club defeated the Knickerbockers 23-1 in that game. On June 19th, 1862, the U.S. Congress prohibited slavery in the United States territories. Following that, President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation on September 22, 1862. I'm getting all goosebumpy and tears welling up just a little bit. This Emancipation Proclamation went into effect on January 1st, 1863, and word was sent out across the country. Now, in that time, news traveled much more slowly than it does now. So it wasn't until June 19th of 1865 when I didn't know this was going to affect me this way. It wasn't until June 19th, 1865 that word finally got to Galveston, Texas about the Emancipation Proclamation that slaves were now officially free. They could continue to work for their former masters, only now it would be a boss-employee situation for pay. June 19th came to be a significant anniversary, a day of celebration known as Emancipation Day or Juneteenth. Juneteenth. Juneteenth starting in Texas as it did, Mr. Bowers told me that he remembers Juneteenth being a notable holiday in the town where he grew up out in the Texas Panhandle. Cookouts, red soda pop, and a great celebratory spirit, Juneteenth. And now, these many years later, it has become a federal holiday. So happy Juneteenth. This is the birthday of American baseball great Lou Gehrig, born June 19th, 1903. He played for the New York Yankees, I believe, his whole career. Pretty sure. Sadly, he developed an incurable neuromuscular illness called amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or ALS, in his 30s. His plight so touched the American public that ALS to this day is called Lou Gehrig's disease. He was inducted into a little bit more emotion here. Pardon me. He was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame by special election in 1939. Lou Gehrig died in 1941, and he was only 37 years old. Oh. Now, this is Father's Day weekend, isn't it? That'll be tomorrow, Sunday, but on this day in history, June 19th, 1910, the very first Father's Day was celebrated in Spokane, Washington. Happy birthday, happy something. Happy Father's Day tomorrow. Now, plenty of other things happened on June 19th throughout history, but I think that's going to do it for us today. I hope you learned something you didn't know before. I know I sure did. As always, links to my sources are included in the show notes below. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a like if you enjoyed this video, and thank you for the likes that you've already given. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and on... Are you kidding me? Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And on that note, I want to pause for a moment and say that when I opened up YouTube this morning, I see that this channel has grown to 598 subscribers. Wow. Thank you so much for watching. That means a lot. Looks like I better get that 600 subscribers special ready pretty quick. All righty. Feel free to share this video with others in your messaging, email, or social media. Hi there, Blacksmith 67th. Happy Juneteenth to you in Canada as well. That's nice. Let's see if I can just give that a little heart right there. Nice. Have a beautiful day. All righty. There's a cat that walks across the porch and activates the Ring doorbell. All right, where are we now? Thanks again, and I'll see you next time, I think is where we are. So now I go look for the thank you very much button. Y'all have a beautiful day, and thank you so much for watching, both live and in the replay. All righty, there is the thank you very much button. Have a beautiful day, and happy Juneteenth.